Hello everybody and welcome back to Blue Jay Acres. My name is Noelle. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today is a full day of meals, doing a lot of cooking from scratch and just kind of day in the life. I got things going on today, so I just thought I'd kind of take you guys along with me for the day. So let's get started on some breakfast. We're going to make some muffins before heading to the airport with Ash. Alright, so I'm going to make two different kinds of muffins today. My family's favorite two kinds of muffins. I'm going to make double chocolate chip and blueberry. So let's start with the double chocolate chip. So it calls for 1.5 cups of flour. Now how I do it when I normally do it is I kind of do both at the same time, and actually I'm just going to go on and do that. And I'll just link these recipes for you guys down below. I think Charles already has them put up in our website. So I'll link that down for you below. So it's 1.5 cups of flour for each one. 3/4 cup of sugar for each one. This is why I just kind of like to do it all at once, because this is usually the combo I make, or these two. A 1/2 cup of cocoa powder in the double chocolate. Alright, and then we're going to do a tablespoon of baking powder in the double chocolate and 2 teaspoons of baking powder in the blueberry muffins. Alright, and then we're doing a 1/2 teaspoon of salt in each. If you don't have salt that clumps like I do, because I don't have anti-caking agents in my salt, you don't have to sift it. But I always sift it because I don't want big lumps of salt, and that's happened many a time, so I can just push it through and make sure I get my 1/2 teaspoon, and I'm going to do that for both of them. Again, just keeps the big lumps and clumps. You don't have to do that step if you have just regular salt. Alright. Next, I'm just do a quick little stir of my dry ingredients. Quick little stir of my dry ingredients. Then we're going to start adding our wet. I'm going to add our milk. So I need 1 cup of milk in our double chocolate, and a 1/2 cup in the blueberry muffins. I need 1 egg in the blueberry muffins. I need 2 eggs in the double chocolate. I need a 1/3 cup of oil. You could use vegetable oil. I just am using up the last of this MTC oil that we have. I don't really ever have vegetable oil. And we need a 1/3 cup of fat in the blueberry. Now I like to use butter for my fat and blueberry muffins. It just tastes really good. Okay, and then a little bit of vanilla in the blueberry. Now, if you don't have, I use vanilla bean powder. It's just dried vanilla beans, just because I like the flavor and I like there's nothing in it but vanilla beans. If you don't have that, just use regular old vanilla. The double chocolate calls for vanilla as well. I just never use that. So in the recipe it will call for it. It's just not something I ever use. Alright, so a 1/3 cup of melted butter into the blueberry. Now these are ready, so I'm going to go on and stir these up. I'm going to start with the blueberry, and then I'll move to the chocolate. There's no blueberry flavor or anything in here yet. We're going to add our blueberries. If you need to add a little more milk, you can. But I think this is pretty perfect. All right, then we're gonna do our chocolate. Again, you don't have to make them both at the same time. This is just my routine. As you can tell, I've done it many times. And I know my house sometimes gets noisy. That is just life in my house. I am not gonna make my kids be quiet. You know, sometimes they play things too loud or whatever, especially Luke on the TV, but I'm not gonna make them be quiet so that I can film. I've never done that with them, and you know, it just is real life. And Ash is getting ready to go to field training, which is basic training for officers. So she's going to be going for 3 weeks to her basic training in Alabama. So worried about the heat there. And they're going to get very noisy because they want to spend this next hour with her before we leave. So all the kids are going to get very noisy because we'll miss her very much. But then from there they send her to Alaska for a week for more training. Alright, now into the double chocolate we're going to add some chocolate chips. I do it with my heart, but it says a cup. I don't know that I even do a cup. That's about good. I don't like things over chocolatey. And then the blueberry, we're just throwing in some blueberries. I just have frozen. Again, the recipe calls for, if you want to follow and be specific, 6 to 8 ounces, about a cup of blueberries. I just put it in. Alright, I'm going to just kind of toss that in here. And you know what? I might add a little bit more milk. I think just a drop. It's a hair bit thick. Alright, and then we're going to make a topping for the blueberry, but not the double chocolate. So then the double chocolate, I'm just going to stir in these chocolate chips. And the chocolate's ready to go. I already have my oven preheated to 350. All I'm going to do here, you can do non-stick spray. I just like to take some butter and just do them real quick with some butter. Alright, and then I'm just going to start spooning in my batter. And I just bake them until they're done. I'll try and time it for you guys so I can give you an amount of time that I cook. Alright, and then for the blueberry, which are already getting hard again, that's because I put the frozen blueberries in. Let's just get some of this in here. If you use fresh blueberries, it won't get so hard. Okay, so for the topping, I've got some melted butter here. Then you're going to use brown sugar if you have brown sugar. I don't. So I'm going to add some sugar and a drop of molasses. To make it brown sugar, just a drop. I'm just going to stir this really quick. Get my molasses mixed in there. Then we're going to add flour. Turn this into a crumb mixture. You could also add cinnamon, but I'm not really feeling the cinnamon today. So we're just going to leave it like that. Then we're gonna add flour. And then I like to just go in with my hands and kind of just use like a claw, like that claw machine, you know, you can play with. And I just do that. Needs more flour. Don't really have a lot of measurements for this. Sadly, when it's things I've made for so many years, I just do it. That's how my grandmother was. All right, that looks good. Okay, so then I'm just gonna take and put the crumbs on top. Oh, we got a couple little big crumbs here. I'm going to get that up. Alright, and then this is going in the oven. Alright, so here is breakfast. We got the chocolate muffins, the blueberry muffins, and we cut up some cantaloupe to go with it. We need to eat. It's 8:41 and we have to leave by 9 for the airport. I'll pray for my baby girl in this heat. It'll be so hot. I'm gonna miss you. I love you. Okay, so now Ash is dropped off. I dropped off Luke and Ronnie, who went with me to take Ash. Picked up a Kate and a Theo. We are headed to Mount Healthy Hatchery, which is a hatchery out here. We have 50 meat birds, and then you got a bonus 25 baby roosters. And so total we'll have 75 meat birds ready in 3 to 6 months that way. But we're gonna go pick them up, and I also got 4 turkeys. So we need to go pick those up, get them situated, and then we'll start to worry about some lunch. Oh goodness. So there they are, back there. All 50, or all 78 in a box. 79. And we're gonna go home and get them ready, right? What, baby?
Yeah, there's little holes just for my fingers.
Yes, you can touch them with your fingers. Okay, so right next to here is a little like farmer's market with some fresh corn and stuff like that. So we're gonna stop and get some of that on our way back. And Kate's getting out a turkey. Theo said, I want to see a turkey, because they haven't done turkeys yet. He's excited, so let's show a turkey. What do you think? I don't think they look that different until they get bigger.
They don't look different. Except for that they're a lot fluffier.
They're a lot fluffier.
Yeah.
Alright, let me put this one.
Alright, put them up so we can go do this.
By that I mean
We gotta get them home.
feel different than the chicken.
Are you gonna help dip their beaks in water?
Yeah.
Alright. We'll see you guys at the farmer's market. I hear you, babies. Called the citrus tree. Oh, I bet they take that. Alright, so as soon as I get home, I will share with you guys what all we got at the farmer's market and a peek at all these adorable chicks. Alright, so here are the chicks. Aren't they so cute? We gotta get them in their brooder. And then here they are on the side. Oh, they're so adorable. These are the turkeys. And Ronnie's holding one of the turkeys. Oh.
all.
Theo, of course, loves them all.
Oh, the turkey's falling asleep.
All right, we got to go get everything set up now and get these guys out there ready to go. Okay, guys, so here's what I got from the farmer's market. I got a head of romaine. Luckily, my lettuce is coming in. It should be good to go in about a week. I got a head of kale. I got some fresh spinach. A head of cabbage. I'm going to make some coleslaw with that. Theo wanted some of these little cucumbers. So I got some. Our cucumbers are growing. They're just not in yet. I got 4 tomatoes. A dozen corn. And then over here, I got a huge watermelon. And then I did get some starts because my herbs are just not doing good. So I got 2 basil starts, a fennel. I got some mint, some thyme, oregano, and rosemary. Now my parsley and my dill are doing fine. So I've got that going for me, I guess. But I do need some of the others planted. Oh, and then I also got over here a box of peaches. This is a 1/2 bushel. We actually already went through a 1/2 bushel. I got when we were in South Carolina. And we ate through the whole entire 1/2 bushel. They're gone. We ate them all. These are actually a little firm. Hopefully they're going to be as good as the ones we got on the road stand in South Carolina, I hope. But my goal for these is, yes, people are going to eat some, but I also want to make sure that I can get these canned, and I'll probably try and get another 1/2 bushel in the next few weeks. So there you have it. That's everything I got. We are home. We got to go finish getting this ready. I'll show you putting the chicks in, and then I need to make some lunch because it is already 1:15. We're all getting a little bit hungry. We did have muffins and cantaloupe like I showed you, but we need to get some food, some more food. All right, so right now the kids are out doing the chickens and getting everything ready for that. So I'm gonna go on and make some fried corn with our corn. We have leftover chicken from last night. And then I think we're gonna cut up, this is hot, I just got it out of the dishwasher. And then we're gonna cut up some of the tomatoes and cucumbers. My brain is not working great. So if you've never made fried corn, all you do is get all the corn off, but then the main thing is you got to take the back of your knife to get all this milky substance off. Because you want all that like milkiness in the corn. That's your creamy part of the corn. And then my animals get the corn cobs because they love them. I'm just gonna do 5-year corn right now. Charles, it's his going to the office day. Luke won't eat this, and Ash is now gone. She landed safely in Alabama. So I am just making it for me, Kate, Ron, Brooke, and Theo. All right, I'm gonna put a lid on this so we can go check on the kids. Theo wanted you guys to see the kittens. They are growing so big. All right, so all they're doing here is you gotta dip their beaks in the water, and then we have warming plates over there that they can get on top of or under, and it helps keep them good and warm. And they'll do that with each one. You hopping in?
No, you can bend down.
Oh, sorry.
I'm leaving you around. You bend down.
So we'll come back out and look at them after they've got all of them in here. They'll all just run around. They're so cute.
Why are we putting it on top?
You'd think you'd get tired of seeing newborn chicks, but it never gets old. Not the newborns. Okay, next I'm gonna add some butter because we're back in from checking on them. And some pepper. And some salt. And then this is just gonna go over here on the burner. I'm gonna move it over here. This burner, it does better. The other burner, it really only works good on high. And I'm gonna put this on a medium. We have so many flies right now. It's just part of living on a farm, and the summer is notorious for so many flies on the farm. But that's it, and I'm gonna just cover this up. All right, so last night we had baked chicken for dinner and some mashed potatoes and some gravy. So I've got this baked chicken. Ash wanted kind of a last meal for dinner. She said that they just have to eat something. I don't know, there's a name for it, but it's military food that comes in little containers. And that's all that they get to eat. MR, I don't know, I don't remember. But that's all they get to eat. And she said they're nasty. She's had to have them before. She's like, that's all I get to eat for 3 weeks. So, she wanted a big dinner. Baked chicken is not something I usually make in the summertime. But I'm going to just go on and pull some of this, and I'm going to put it all in this pan here, and I'm going to heat it up by doing this and putting some gravy over top. We just happen to be home today. A lot of times we are not home on Mondays. Luke's therapist is out of town for the 4th of July week. But normally Monday and Tuesday is our go somewhere with our therapist day. And we've been going a lot to Kings Island. And doing therapy there, which is wonderful. It helps him with crowds and with waiting and, you know, noises that he doesn't care for. And try and get brave enough to ride some rides. Or, you know, be prepared when things don't always go according to plan. That's really a good therapy session for him. So we are usually gone Monday and Tuesday. So normally Monday night, I've got down to be just a crock pot night. Because we go all day, and then, you know, we're exhausted by the time we come in from being in the heat all day at the water park or at the amusement park. You just seem to be tired. So, I don't normally make lunch. We just kind of pack whatever and eat whatever. But today, I had all this chicken left over. Everybody worked late last night. So only half the people were home to eat, and Brooke and Katie ate at work. Ronnie, she ate when she got home from work. Also, the other day, Charles told you guys about buying feed and what that costs for our animals. What he didn't tell you is that a lot of that doesn't really end up costing us, because we sell enough eggs cover the cost of our chicken feed, and we sell the baby piglets, and that covers the cost of raising our pork. So that doesn't really cost us much. The main expense we have animal-wise would be our cows, and they really don't even cost that much. And when we get to the point we can sell a cow, along with keeping 2 for ourselves for the year, then we will actually be not having to spend money on the beef as well. Alright, so I'm going to tell you, the farmer's market we just went to, I was not thrilled with them. They just happened to be, I've never been to them before, across the street from where we were picking up the chicks. And I had wanted to get there to a farmer's market today or tomorrow. And the closest one that's actually a good one from us is like an hour away. So we were already an hour away. So I decided to just go on and get it. Now these cucumbers look like they were garden fresh. The tomatoes, I'm not sure if they're store tomatoes or garden fresh. I'm hoping they're, you know, fresh. We'll see what happens. So let's see. I'd say these are from a store. They're not very bright. So that's kind of a bummer. We'll see how they taste. They taste like tomatoes from a store. That's alright. The cucumbers, those taste very good. Alright you guys, so here is Fast Easy Lunch. We'll see you guys probably, I don't know, I'll probably see you at some point today. It's only 2. I'll probably show you something else. We'll see what happens today. I know I just have the mundane stuff, laundry and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens maybe when Charles gets home from work. Alright, so Ronnie made a presentation for me. We'll see what in the world she's up to.
Here's a list of
Theo said something with a hamster. I don't know.
We have cows, cats, pigs, chickens, rabbits, and turkeys.
You just made this because we just got turkeys a few minutes ago.
Notice how we are missing something. A hamster. Actually, this was supposed to be you were guessing that, but Theo kind of spoiled it a little bit. But it's okay. Why should I get a hamster? By me. Reason 1, I can pay for everything. Wait, my phone's off. Reason number 2, I'm responsible. This is Muffin and he's alive. And he's happy.
Where are you going to put a hamster in your room? You already have a muffin in your room.
I know, I just got that weight thing.
Oh, we're getting to that point. Oh, you guys went in on this together.
I've wanted one, and I've begged you for one for like a decade, and you know this. I've wanted
You
one.
told me I could get one
You told me I
like
could
2
get
years
one
ago.
like 2 years ago for my birthday, but then we got cows, and I was like, whatever. But then I was like, I still want one, and I still want one, you know. Reason number, what is that? 4.
4.
The lifespan is 1 to 2 years, which is like kind of sad. But I'll be in college like right after or right before, like it passes, which is kind of sad. But I still have time, you know. And it's not like you can't fit in a dorm. And then, Muffin needs a friend, but I can't fit another rabbit in my room because they require too much space. And that's Muffin all alone. And then that's Muffin, sad, except he's actually sleeping, because he's alone and he needs a friend. And that friend can be a hamster. And it says, this leads to my next point, which I can easily fit a cage semi-comfortably in my room. Because I'm going to shrink my bed, you know? And this reason is, I've done like all my research like forever ago, and I know exactly how much it costs, and which I have like enough already, you know? And I'm aware that I'll be paying for everything, and that I'll 100% look at this.
Wait.
I spelled it wrong.
Guys, that one looks like sugar.
A little bit.
Well, but it's a hamster, not a rabbit. Sugar's your rabbit.
It has the colors.
I'm 100% responsible for this tiny creature that I will possess. It's
Mama.
called possess wrong. Reason number 7. I have stayed on top of Muffin's litter box, and it doesn't really smell. That's stink cloud. Because I'm responsible enough to ensure that he is getting adequate care, and Muffin never stinks. 'Cause I clean.
Adequate, not etiquette. Etiquette.
Adequate.
Adequate. But let me just say,
What's the difference between adequate and etiquette?
Etiquette is like I have proper good.
yes, proper.
Well, Muffin has great
Adequate is
manners.
So, but do you realize how noisy they are? Did you address this issue?
Not
That
in
they are
this
very noisy.
presentation, but I got a silent wheel in my cart, and also him and Muffin share like all the chews and stuff because they're like the same.
They're both rodents.
They're both rodent. Well, kind. Muffin's not a rodent.
Yeah, they are.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
Well, they're both rodents, and they can share their little sticks, and they can share some treats.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all I can think of at this moment. Thank you. Bow.
So it looks like I need to ask Charles about a hamster. All right, so I am back. We had Taekwondo tonight. So it is 7:30 and I need to start dinner. Now I have started following a schedule. However, I just wrote out the schedule and decided that's what I was gonna follow starting in July, and to make meals easier with all the cooking from scratch that we're gonna be doing. However, I failed this already day one. It's supposed to be crock pot Monday, which made sense because I'm always very busy on Monday, so that's why I picked Mondays to be crock pot. So last night I got out some cube steak to make Swiss steak in the crock pot this morning. However, because I was flustered trying to get Ash to the airport on time, I did not start anything in the crock pot, even though I had it in the fridge to start. And then when I got back, we had to quickly get going to go get all the chicks. And so by the time we got back from that and the farmer's market and got everything ready and the chicks taken care of, it was just too late to throw something in the crock pot. So the weird thing is, since starting Manjaro, I want fish all the time. It's so weird. This is now, today was my 3rd injection on that, and I am wanting fish all the time. And I know some of you are gonna ask how I like it. I love it. I love it so much more than the other one. It gives me so much energy. I'm not exhausted all the time at all like I was on the other one, on semaglutide, and I feel so much better. Now, I don't know if I'm losing weight or not. I'll let you know. I go to the doctor. I go on the 12th. So I'll let you guys know about that. But I'm craving fish like crazy. As probably at least 5 days a week I'm making fish. Charles is laughing because I came in from karate and I was like, I know I'm gonna make fried potatoes and eggs, but I was thinking, how about some fish? He's like, all right, we'll eat fish too. So let's get this dinner started. We're gonna make some fish and we're gonna make some fried potatoes and eggs. But I also need to whip up some mayonnaise real quick because I like to put that or tartar sauce on my fish, so we'll do it with some mayonnaise. So we'll whip that up real quick. So the first thing that I do for mayonnaise, and this is just the best mayonnaise, is I take 1 whole egg. Then I'm gonna take 1 egg yolk. I was trying to get the egg white in there, and I missed a little bit because I'm gonna put that in the fried potatoes and eggs. Then I add a splash of lemon juice, about a ½ tablespoon. About a teaspoon of vinegar. About a 1/4 teaspoon of mustard. About a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then I like to do avocado oil. 1 cup of avocado oil. Then I take my immersion blender. I'm going to try and cover my egg in here, and I'm going to turn it on. But I'm not going to lift it until I've got some good mayonnaise already forming, if you can see that. So you're going to let that get good and thick. Don't even know what that was. Broke. I'm having issues today. My immersion blender just went kaput. But that's alright, because I got my mayonnaise made. No idea what just happened there. But that's it. Let me just get that in there. Now I'm going to put this in the fridge, and I'm going to wipe that down. Put this in the fridge and let it get nice and cool while I'm making the rest of the fish. Hey, my immersion blender just went kaput.
That sucks. What'd it do?
So for fried potatoes and eggs, all you do is just try is to slice your potatoes thin. The mandolin helps with this as well. But just get it thin as you can. And I'll do this with all the potatoes, and then we will get them going and frying them up. Okay, so for the fried potatoes and eggs, I'm just going to start by heating up some avocado oil, or you could use lard or olive oil, whatever kind you like. I'll let that just heat up. Okay, while that's heating up, I'm also going to heat up some avocado oil over here. On this one, I use tempura batter when I'm making a fried fish. So I'm going to add some oil to this. Alright, and to make the batter for the fish, all I do is you take some of the tempura mix. And you want to use ice water, or you could use sparkling water. And you want it like a pancake batter. Oops, I got some ice cubes in it. I'm not trying to have ice cubes in it. Okay. And then these few ice cubes that snuck in, I gotta get those out. There was another one. There it is. Alright. So you stir this up and make it like a pancake batter consistency. It needs to get a little bit thinner than that. That I got a little too thin. I think that's good. That'll be good. Alright, now back over here. This is ready for the potatoes. I'm going to start adding all these potatoes in. And then I also like to go on and make sure that adds the salt in here. Chunk of salt. And I'll turn this heat down some. And I will cover that. Actually, I should probably go on and flip it all around first. And this is also getting ready, so I'm going to turn this heat down just a hair. And I don't have any right now paper towels. I had to use a paper towel, but I'm just going to use a regular towel. So I'm going to get some of the moisture out of the fish before I season it. I had to put this in to defrost my fish. So I gotta get these ice chunks off real quick. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just really kind of dry it some. I'll crank my heat back up on that oil. And then I'm going to season. I like to season mine with Old Bay seasoning, both sides. And then some salt, both sides. And then I dip it straight into here, to the batter. And then into my oil. You guys can see. Sorry, that's in the way. It's in the oil. It makes it so good. Always use the tempura. And then I'll just do the same with all the fish. And get back over to the potatoes. Put these around some. Some of them are getting nice and brown on the bottom. Okay, I'm just going to finish cooking the fish till it's done, and I'm going to go on and just keep flipping these until they're nice and browned and cooked through, and then we'll add the eggs. Okay, so here in this pan, I just put some of the batter in to make the little crunchies so that when I serve it, it's kind of like if you went to get the Captain D's or something like that. And then over here, the fried potatoes. I also have some leftover steak from about 2 nights ago that I need to use up, so I'm going to add those in there as well. But we're going to go on and add some garlic powder, some seasoning salt, and here is the beautiful fish. I'm just gonna add these little crunchy bits on it as well. So I've got them for plating. Okay, next I'm gonna add these steak bites in. And let those kind of cook up. I'm also going to add some green onion. This is where I need a bowl. Put my eggs shells in. Alright, that's probably good enough. And you just kind of toss it in here. That all cooks together. And then Charles likes to ketchup on his. Well, actually, I think most of the kids put ketchup on. All right, so I'm gonna share mine and Charles's, and then the kids are gonna make them how they want it. So here's mine. I'm doing fish. I put it on some of that cabbage I got today. Because when you mix it in with the mayonnaise and stuff on top of the fish, it'll be like a coleslaw. Some grapes and some cucumbers. That's what I'm eating tonight. Charles has some cucumbers. He has ketchup on top of his steak, potatoes, and eggs. And then he also has some fish. I'll have him come do a taste test for you guys. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I don't know where to start.
Are you sick of fish yet?
No, I'm actually not sick of fish.
I said I'm literally having it, aren't I? One day I was even making it for breakfast, and you were like, what are you doing?
Some days you make it just because.
Ha ha ha.
Haha.
So you're trying the eggs and potato, and I threw the steak in left over from the other night. So there's steak in there too.
Mm-hmm.
How is it? Might need more salt. I didn't try it.
Very good. But now I got ketchup on my knife. I didn't think that one through.
Now
Didn't
your
think that
fish.
one through. Oh, it is very
Fall apart. I know.
late. I mean, that's a good thing. I had to do this like without making a mess. Oh, that is very good.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I can't wait.
I just need to get the plate closer to my mouth, I think.
All right, we're gonna go eat. All right, you guys, that's gonna be a pretty long video, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna go eat dinner, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, everybody. Have a great day or night, wherever you are.